What if greeting the sunrise with pure intention could actually raise your credit score? At first, it may sound impossible. How could something as natural and ancient as watching the sunrise have anything to do with modern financial systems? But pause for a moment and really consider it. Every new day begins with light, renewal, and the chance to reset. And just as the sun rises, your financial life also holds the potential to rise, to grow, and to shine brighter when aligned with the right energy and the right actions. Pay attention. That's why I have a simple invitation for you right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to receive every practice and teaching on abundance. Like this video and share it with someone who also needs to connect with the frequency of prosperity. And write in the comments, I choose abundance now. Think about it. Most people begin their mornings in chaos. The alarm rings and instantly the mind is flooded with stress. Emails waiting, bills unpaid, deadlines approaching. They rush into the day distracted, already drained before the day even starts. That frantic energy carries forward, and without realizing it, they build habits of neglect, missing payments, ignoring opportunities, and falling behind on what could have been small, easy wins. Now imagine beginning your morning differently. Imagine stepping outside or simply opening your window to meet the rising sun. Instead of rushing, you pause. You breathe deeply. You look toward the horizon as the first golden light fills the sky. And in that moment, you set an intention not just for peace, but for prosperity. You whisper a phrase to yourself, I rise in wealth. Suddenly, your day begins not with stress, but with clarity. Your energy is aligned with creation, and your actions are guided by purpose. Here's the bridge between the mystical and the practical. The way you start your day creates the momentum for everything that follows. Greeting the sunrise with intention shifts your mindset into order, presence, and trust. And when you carry that energy forward into your finances, you begin to make decisions that reflect stability and growth. One of the simplest, yet most powerful steps is setting up autopay for your bills. It may seem like a small detail, but it's a cornerstone of building a solid credit history. Late payments silently destroy credit scores. Autopay, on the other hand, creates consistency, reliability, and financial trust. So how do these two connect? The sunrise clears your energy, reminding you that each day is a new chance to rise above old patterns. Autopay removes human error, ensuring that you are always in alignment with responsibility. Together, they create a synergy, a fresh, intentional mindset paired with smart, practical habits. This is how spiritual alignment meets financial empowerment. When you begin each day with light, intention, and action, you declare to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to rise, not only spiritually, but also financially. Your credit score, that number which often feels like a gatekeeper, begins to climb. And with every point gained, new opportunities appear. Lower interest rates, access to better loans, and the freedom to invest in your dreams. So tomorrow, when the sun rises, let it rise with you. Let it lift your energy, your habits, and your financial future. Whisper to the light, I rise with wealth today. Morning light has the extraordinary power to reset your energy. It's more than just the beginning of a new day. It's a natural reset button designed by the universe itself. When the sun rises, it signals your body to wake up, recalibrate, and step into a new rhythm. Your cells literally respond to that light. Your hormones align with it, and your mind begins to clear. This is why mornings carry such potent energy. They are a fresh slate, free of yesterday's burdens, offering you the chance to step forward renewed. Now, imagine if you could pair this natural reset with a single intelligent financial move. Suddenly, you're not just starting fresh in your body and mind, you're also starting fresh in your finances. And here lies the hidden promise. When you align the mystical renewal of sunrise with the practical power of financial strategy, you unlock doors to opportunities that may have been invisible to you before. Think of it like this. The sun rising is constant, reliable, and abundant. It never fails to appear, no matter how dark the night. And when you model your financial habits after that same reliability, something powerful happens. Credit systems, banks, and lenders are all designed to measure one thing: trust. They don't just care about how much money you make. They care about how consistent, reliable, and trustworthy you are with what flows through your hands. When you demonstrate that reliability, opportunities appear. Higher credit scores, lower interest rates, and greater freedom to invest in the things that matter most to you. This is not just ritual, it's strategy. Standing in the morning light, declaring your intention, and then acting with discipline in your financial life creates a bridge between the unseen and the seen. The mystical power of light shifts your vibration, grounding you in clarity and expansion. The practical power of smart credit decisions shifts your financial foundation, preparing you for growth and stability. Together, they form alignment. Many people separate the spiritual from the practical. They meditate but avoid looking at their bank statements. Or they focus only on money without ever checking in with their energy. But true abundance comes when you weave the two together. Sunrise rituals feed your spirit. Credit strategies feed your future. One nourishes your inner world, the other expands your outer opportunities. And here is the deeper promise. When you live in this alignment, your financial life stops being a battlefield. Instead of chasing money with stress or fearing credit scores as obstacles, you step into a rhythm where wealth begins to follow you. Each sunrise becomes not just the start of another day, but the start of another opportunity, a chance to reset, to rise, and to attract prosperity. So understand this truth. The golden light of morning is more than beauty, it's energy designed to empower you. Pair it with even one smart credit move, and you are no longer just living day to day. You are building a foundation for freedom, opportunity, and lasting wealth. Stories have a way of teaching us what logic alone cannot. Numbers and strategies matter, but it's the lived experiences of real people that show us how powerful alignment between energy and financial action can truly be. Let me share with you the story of Michael, a man who decided to rise differently. For years, Michael struggled with his finances. He wasn't careless, but like many people, he carried stress from work, family, and daily responsibilities. Mornings for him were chaotic. He would wake up late, rush through breakfast, grab his phone, and immediately be flooded with notifications, deadlines, and demands. By the time he sat down at his desk, his energy was already scattered. Bills piled up, payments were often late, and his credit score reflected the inconsistency. It wasn't that he didn't want stability, it was that he couldn't find the rhythm that created it. One day, almost by chance, Michael came across a simple teaching: rise with the sun, rise with wealth. Something about those words stirred him. He realized he had been chasing money with stress, instead of attracting it with intention. That very next morning, he made a small but significant choice. He set his alarm 30 minutes earlier, walked outside, and faced the sunrise. With his hand on his chest, he whispered the words, "I rise in wealth." At first, it felt awkward, almost silly. But after a few mornings, he noticed something change. The calmness he felt standing in the light lingered throughout his day. He was less reactive, more centered, and more intentional with his actions. The ritual grounded him in a way that gave structure to his life. Then came the second step, the practical one. Inspired by this new sense of clarity, Michael looked at his finances differently. He noticed that many of his late payments weren't because he didn't have the money, they were simply because he forgot. He realized he was sabotaging his own progress with small mistakes. So he took one practical action. He set up autopay for his bills. No more forgetting. No more unnecessary fees. The combination was magical. Within 3 months, he noticed his credit score begin to climb. First 20 points, then 40, then 60. By the end of the 6th month, his score had jumped by 80 points. For the first time in his adult life, he felt financially trusted, not just by banks and institutions, but by himself. The sunrise gave him discipline. Autopay gave him reliability. Together, they rewrote his financial story. And the opportunities? They appeared naturally. With his improved score, he was offered lower interest rates on loans. He qualified for a better credit card with rewards he had never thought possible. And beyond the numbers, he felt proud that he had created change, not by forcing, but by aligning. Michael's story is proof that when you combine intention with action, the results are undeniable. The sunrise ritual shifted his energy. The credit score hack shifted his future. And both together opened doors he didn't even know were waiting. One of the most overlooked yet powerful financial moves you can make is deceptively simple. Set up autopay for your bills. It may not sound glamorous, it may not feel mystical, but the truth is, this one habit can transform your financial life and even your relationship with money itself. Let's break this down. Credit scores are not just numbers. They are reflections of trust. They tell lenders, banks, and financial institutions how reliable you are. And while many people obsess over how much money they make, the reality is that your credit score doesn't measure wealth. It measures consistency. It measures how well you honor your commitments. Missing even a single payment can cause your score to drop dramatically, sometimes by dozens of points. And what's worse is that those late payments stay on your record for years, silently limiting your opportunities. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine a financial system that sees you as dependable, month after month, year after year. That is the foundation autopay creates. By automating your payments, you remove the possibility of forgetting, being late, or letting stress distract you. You send a clear message to money itself. I respect you. I honor you. I am ready for more of you in my life. And here's the beauty of it: autopay doesn't just protect your credit, it also frees your mind. How much energy have you lost worrying about whether you've paid something on time? How much stress has built up when you remember a bill at the last minute? That energy could have been used to create, to build, to expand. By letting autopay handle the mechanics, you liberate your focus for bigger dreams. Pair this practical move with your sunrise ritual, and the results amplify. As you stand in the morning light declaring, I rise in wealth, you are aligning your vibration with abundance. As you activate autopay, you are grounding that vibration into tangible action. One feeds your spirit. The other strengthens your foundation. Together, they create a flow that money responds to. Think of it this way: abundance is like water. It flows easily toward containers that are steady and trustworthy. When your financial habits are leaky, inconsistent, or chaotic, abundance hesitates. But when your structure is solid, money knows it has a safe place to grow. Autopay is one of those structures. It is the invisible container that keeps your flow strong. So here is your practical assignment. Choose one bill today, whether it's your credit card, your utilities, or even your phone bill, and set it to autopay. Start small if you must. But let this one step mark the beginning of a new pattern in your financial life. With each automated payment, you're not just paying a bill, you're building trust. You're laying bricks in the foundation of your financial freedom. Never underestimate this. Great wealth is not built overnight. It is built on patterns of reliability. Autopay is one of the simplest ways to prove to yourself, to the system, and to money itself that you are reliable, ready, and aligned for prosperity. There is something profoundly beautiful about the way science and spirituality often describe the same truth through different languages. The sunrise is one of those universal truths. Mystically, it has always been seen as a sacred portal, a daily rebirth, a moment when the veil between the seen and the unseen is thinnest. Spiritually, sunrise symbolizes renewal, clarity, and expansion. It is the universe whispering, begin again. Scientifically, the sunrise does something equally powerful. When your eyes meet the first light of day, specialized receptors in your brain called suprachiasmatic nuclei reset your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that governs your sleep, your energy, and even your hormones. The light tells your body it's time to wake, to release cortisol gently, and to prepare for focused action. Your serotonin levels rise, giving you calm confidence. This isn't just poetic. It's biology working in harmony with the cosmos. Now imagine combining these two understandings. On the mystical level, you treat the sunrise as a ritual of wealth standing before it, speaking intention, opening yourself to abundance. On the scientific level, your body is being flooded with signals of alertness, balance, and vitality. Together, these forces prepare you to act with strength and clarity in both your inner world and your outer financial reality. The same is true for habits like autopay. Mystically, setting autopay is a declaration of trust. You are telling money, I no longer chase you with fear. I have created a structure where you can flow consistently into my life. It becomes an energetic contract between you and abundance, showing the universe that you honor responsibility. Scientifically, autopay is about reliability. Credit bureaus don't care about your intentions, they measure patterns. Payment history makes up the largest portion of your credit score, nearly 35%. One missed payment can pull your score down more than 50 points, while months of consistency build a record that unlocks opportunities. From a purely data-driven perspective, autopay is the smartest way to remove risk from your financial life. So what happens when you merge the mystical and the scientific? You create a system where both your energy and your actions speak the same language. Your body wakes with light, your spirit rises with wealth, and your finances reflect discipline. You stop living in contradiction, hoping for prosperity while acting in chaos, and instead embody alignment. Think of Michael's story again. His sunrise ritual lifted his vibration. His autopay decision stabilized his credit history. The mystical gave him hope. The scientific gave him proof. That is the formula. Energy plus action, ritual plus strategy, intention plus habit. When they meet, results multiply. The sun rises whether or not you notice it. Bills arrive whether or not you prepare for them. The mystical truth and the scientific truth are always present. But when you decide to honor both, to rise with light and to ground with structure, you invite prosperity into every dimension of your life. Rituals are powerful because they transform ideas into lived experiences. They take what is invisible thoughts, intentions, and energy and anchor them into action. When you combine the rising sun with the discipline of a financial step, you create a bridge between the mystical and the practical. Here's how to perform the golden sunrise ritual with the credit score hack, step by step. Step 1. Face the sunrise. Wake up early enough to witness the light of dawn. You don't need the perfect view. Even if you only see the sky changing colors through a window, it's enough. What matters is your conscious choice to pause and meet the new day with awareness. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and imagine the light cleansing away yesterday's burdens. As you look toward the horizon, feel the warmth of possibility spreading through your body. This is your reset. Step 2. Speak the intention. Place your right hand over your heart and declare aloud, I rise in wealth. Speak it with conviction. Words are codes, and when spoken with emotion, they imprint themselves on your subconscious. Each morning you say this, you're not just repeating a phrase, you're reprogramming your inner narrative. Instead of carrying stress into your day, you carry wealth consciousness. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you anchor yourself in what's growing. Step 3. Ground with financial action. After your ritual with the sun, take the practical step that locks in your commitment. Set up autopay for your bills. If you've already done this, review your payments to ensure everything is aligned. If not, start with one simple bill, perhaps your phone, your internet, or a small credit card payment. The act of turning on autopay is symbolic. It says to the universe, I am dependable. I honor my commitments. I am ready for abundance. This tiny shift protects your credit history, prevents costly mistakes, and builds the foundation for financial trust. Step 4. Visualize the connection. As you complete this process, close your eyes for a moment and imagine a golden cord connecting the sunrise to your financial life. See light flowing from the horizon straight into your bank accounts, your credit score, and your opportunities. This visualization reinforces the truth that energy and money are connected, that your inner alignment fuels your outer success. Step 5. Repeat daily. The true magic of any ritual is consistency. The sun doesn't rise once and stop, it rises every day without fail. When you show up with the same consistency, your results compound. Over weeks and months, this simple practice reshapes both your energy and your financial trajectory. When you follow these steps, you do more than watch the sunrise, you rise with it. You honor the light, activate wealth, and anchor abundance into your daily actions. This ritual is simple, but it carries the power to transform not just mornings, but your entire financial future. Every ritual becomes stronger when it is sealed with words of power. Throughout history, civilizations have used sacred phrases, mantras, and affirmations to turn simple practices into transformative experiences. Words carry vibration. When spoken with intention, they shift energy inside you and echo outward into the world around you. This is why we close the Golden Sunrise ritual with an activation phrase, "I rise with wealth today." At first glance, it may seem like just a simple sentence. But let's break it down, because hidden within these words are layers of meaning that program both your subconscious mind and your financial reality. The first two words, "I rise," are declarations of movement and growth. They signal that you are not staying stuck, not repeating the same patterns, but lifting yourself into a higher state. Rising is not passive. It is active, upward, and inevitable. Just as the sun rises every morning without fail, you too are affirming your ability to rise above past mistakes, doubts, and limitations. The next two words, "with wealth," align your rising with prosperity. Notice, it's not "I rise to wealth," which suggests chasing or waiting. It is "I rise with wealth," meaning abundance is already with you, already in your energy, already a companion on your journey. This subtle shift is powerful. Instead of putting prosperity in the future, it places it in your present. You rise today with wealth, not someday. Finally, the last word, "today." This is the grounding anchor. It pulls the intention from a vague someday into the immediacy of now. Too often, people delay their wealth mindset. They say, "One day when I make more money, I'll feel abundant." Or, "One day, when my credit score improves, I'll live with freedom." But the activation phrase refuses to delay abundance. It commands it into existence here and now, today. When you speak the phrase, "I rise with wealth today," you are sending three powerful signals at once. To your subconscious mind, a command to reprogram old beliefs and align with prosperity. To your energy field, a vibration that attracts opportunities, clarity, and flow. To the practical world, a declaration that you will act responsibly, consistently, and in ways that strengthen your financial foundation. Say it as you face the sunrise and feel how it resonates in your chest. Say it again as you turn on autopay, letting it echo into your financial systems. Say it once more before you step into your day, carrying the vibration with you into every conversation, every decision, every action. Over time, these words stop being just a phrase. They become an identity. You stop being someone who hopes to rise and instead become someone who does rise with wealth, with clarity, with purpose. That is the true power of an activation phrase. It transforms repetition into embodiment. So tomorrow, as the sun lifts over the horizon, whisper it, speak it, declare it. "I rise with wealth today." Let it be your key, your code, your daily reset into prosperity. Now it's your turn. You've listened, you've imagined, and you've felt the possibility of what this simple practice can awaken in your life. But here's the truth. Transformation doesn't happen from listening alone. It happens when you declare, when you participate, when you choose to step into alignment with action. Think about the sunrise. Every morning it shows up faithful, consistent, unstoppable. It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't question whether it's worthy to shine. It simply rises. And today, you're being invited to rise in the same way, not just in silence, but with your voice, your commitment, and your presence. So I ask you to take one bold, simple step right now. Type into the comments these words of power. My score rises with the sun. Don't just think it. Don't just whisper it privately. Declare it openly, where your energy can be witnessed. Writing it is more than a comment. It is an act of intention, a digital contract between you and abundance itself. Why is this important? Because when you write it, you move the idea from your mind into reality. You make it visible. You give it weight. And something shifts inside you. You stop being just a listener, and you become a creator. That's the difference between wishing for change and embodying change. And here's where it becomes interactive. When you comment, you're not only declaring for yourself, you're joining a community of others who are rising with you. Every My Score Rises with the Sun becomes a chorus of voices, a field of collective energy amplifying your own intention. Imagine hundreds, thousands of people around the world, all typing the same phrase, all aligning with the same ritual. That shared vibration multiplies the power of your words and strengthens your resolve. But don't stop there. After you comment, make the decision to live this truth. Tomorrow morning, when the sun rises, step into the light. Place your hand on your heart and speak, I rise in wealth. Then take one small financial step, set up your autopay, review your bills, or simply organize your finances with clarity. These are not small gestures, they are seeds of wealth. And every time you return here, every time you engage with this channel, you're feeding those seeds. So honor this journey by subscribing, by turning on notifications, and by showing up consistently, just as the sun shows up for you. This is not just about watching videos. It's about creating a new pattern, a new rhythm where your energy and your finances rise together. So here's the invitation, here's the activation. Comment now, My Score Rises with the Sun. Let it be your declaration. Let it be your commitment. Let it be the first step in a chain of actions that lift you higher than you thought possible. The sun is rising. The question is, will you rise with it?